from your lawyer, I will let them know they should give you a lawyer when you get there, but I can't appoint one from Maricopa in a Pinal case. All right, your next court date in Maricopa County, that's the identity theft charge. That's going to be, I may have already said this, April 29th at 8:30 for a status conference, preliminary hearing May 1st at 8:30. In Pinal County, your court date is the 28th, this Monday, the 28th at 8:30. The address will be on your paperwork. I think it's in Florence, but it'll be on your paperwork. All right, in the identity theft case, the court sets bail in the amount of $5,000 secured. I am affirming the $1,500 secured in the Pinal case, but you have a marshal's hold because it appears you're on federal supervised release and you have been in warrant status for some time with them. So certainly you shouldn't bother trying to post those bails if you still have a marshal's hold, because they'll get 24 hours to put you in front of a federal judge.
I'm glad there's no box today.
And having worked in that system, you shouldn't be overly eager to get in front of that federal judge. That being said, you can post bail, and you'll go into their custody, and Arizona will have to writ you back out of federal custody, and you may popcorn back and forth between the two systems. So I usually recommend that defendants consult with their lawyer in the state case before you go posting bail and go into federal custody, because many people are sorry that they did that. So everything's on your paperwork. Do not have any contact with the alleged victim. It is your stepdaughter, apparently. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you've been living with her. Have you been?
She lives with me.
She does?
Yeah.
All right, well, you cannot live where she lives if you're out of custody. I need to reprint this, please. It was okay before. At this point, she is the alleged victim in a charged criminal case. You cannot live with her. You cannot have any contact with her. You cannot respond to any contact from her. You'll have to find a new residence if and when you're out of custody and provide proof to the court. It's going to take me a minute to type that up. So if you go ahead, just leave your paperwork right there. The officers can sort it out, and they'll bring you out the stuff for both cases. Okay, thanks. Go ahead and have a seat. If you'll stay there, Ms. Harrison, I just need to type for a minute.
That damn box raises up my blood pressure, if you will. James, close the X. James, hit that box. I can't see their face. Please, we're new. Why would you treat a new person like this? We don't know. We just walked in here. We didn't know what to expect. Is this live? Linda. James, is this live? You need a... I already thought about that right there. Thank you. The typing. That's how my wife types when she's at work. I could hear her through the door. She's like, da, 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 da. I'm like, man, who's she mad at? Da, 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 da. Just nonstop. James, quiet down and move your head. they made on the calculator, James. My boss is so interested. Let me see. My boss is so interested. He's watching from my screen. Hey, this is wild, man. Hey, guys, I'm telling you, this is wild. Like, I never expected this from these court hearings. I didn't think that people would be interested in watching this stuff. It's like random. Like, who wants to watch court hearings, parole board hearings, and things of that nature?
Okay, that one is ready to reprint. That's the Maricopa one. Thank you. All right, Ms. Harrison? And then Carlos Ramirez Cruz, will you please go to the chair?
I still watch the 2-minute clips.
Hello, ma'am. May I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
07/28/1996.
Are you Kenya Michelle Harrison?
Yes.
Okay,
I love
thanks.
drama.
You're here on one new case and a probation hold. In the new case, you were arrested for 3 things.
It wouldn't be the same
hold on a
without
second.
you.
Let me look at your... Okay, I'm going to start with your probation case. You're on probation for fraudulent schemes. It's a Class 2 felony. Based on this new arrest, the probation department is going to be filing a petition to revoke your probation. So I am appointing a lawyer for you in probation court. You'll get a copy of a petition to revoke at your court date there next week. So your court date in probation court is 1 week from today, April 30th, 8:30 in the morning, and you have a $1,000 secured appearance bond and written release conditions in your probation case. Now, in the new case, you're arrested for 3 things. The court found probable cause for 1 of them, and that is first-degree criminal trespassing. That's a Class 6 felony. For purposes of this hearing only, the court did not find probable cause on the narcotic drugs or the drug paraphernalia because the police didn't provide enough information to support their allegation. It does not mean it's dismissed, though. That allegation is still pending against you, and you can talk to your lawyer about how that works. I'm just not setting release conditions based on the drug part of that allegation, just the criminal trespass. So talk to your lawyer about that. You're going to end up with the same lawyer for both cases. Your court date for the new case, the criminal trespass case, plus the drug charges, as I said, they're not dismissed. That's going to be status conference this Tuesday, April 29th at 8:30 in the morning. So that's the day before your probation hearing. Then a preliminary hearing May 1st at 8:30 in the new case only. And in the new case, I'm just going to set a $50 placeholder bond that's meant to make you eligible for credit for time in custody and ensure that the sheriffs will take you over for court if you're still in custody. So your total bond for the two cases, $1,050. It is secured. You have written release conditions. If you bond out, be sure to call your PO within 72 hours. She's got your paperwork for you.
Wait, so I'm not going anywhere?
If you don't post the bond, that's correct. You stay in custody, and they'll take you over for court next week. Good luck.
You ain't going
Mr.
nowhere. Stay put.
And then Christopher Woldall, will you please go to the chair? Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Carlos Ray Ramirez Cruz, 10/09/2001.
All right, thank you. You are here on a new case and a probation hold. In the new case, you were arrested for possessing narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. There is probable cause for those, and I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court dates are both next week. The first one is a status conference, April 29th at 8:30, with a preliminary hearing May 1st at 8:30. Those will be in the downtown Superior Court, and the address is on your paperwork. In your probation case, the probation department will be filing a petition to revoke your probation based on this new arrest. So I will appoint a lawyer for you, and you'll get a copy of a petition to revoke from your lawyer at your next court date. That's going to be April 30th, 1 week from today, 8:30 in the morning, for a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing in the downtown probation court. In the probation case, your bond is $750 secured. In the new case, it is $50 secured to make you eligible for credit for time in custody. That is $800 total. If you bond out, comply with all of your written conditions and call your PO within 72 hours. She's got your paperwork for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mr. Woldall. And then Charles Garr, we go to the chair.
What does a toilet flush mean? Why do I keep
Sir,
on
may I
hearing
have
that
your full name and date
toilet?
of birth, please?
Christopher Thomas Woldall, June 8, 1988, ma'am.
All right, thank you. You're here on 5 matters. One is a new case, 4 are probation warrants. In the new case, you were arrested for 3 things. The court found probable cause for 1 of them for purposes of this hearing only, and that is shoplifting, a Class 1 misdemeanor. For purposes of this hearing only, the court does not find probable cause on the narcotics or drug paraphernalia allegations because the police didn't provide enough information to support those. They are not dismissed. So talk to your lawyer about how that works. I'm just setting release conditions in this case only for the shoplifting allegation. So I still have to send you to Superior Court, though, because you have the felonies still sitting on the books pending against you. So you have a lawyer, should end up with the same lawyer for all of these cases. Your status conference for this new case will be Tuesday, April 29th at 8:30 in the morning with a preliminary hearing Thursday, May 1st at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court, and that address is on your paperwork. Now, you are also here on 4 probation warrants. You're on probation in 4 separate felony cases, and petitions to revoke your probation were filed March 31st of this year. Those petitions allege that you violated terms 3 and 5. You'll have a lawyer to help you, and your court date in probation court is 1 week from today, April 30th, 8:30 in the morning in the downtown probation court. In each of your 4 probation cases, you have a $500 secured appearance bond. In your new case, that shoplifting case, you have a $50 secured appearance bond to make you eligible for credit for time in custody. So your total bond is $2,050 secured across all 5 cases. If you bond out, comply with your conditions and call your PO within 72 hours. You can go ahead and step out your letter.
Thank you.
Mr. Garr? And then Juan Garcia, would please go to the chair. Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Charles Garr, 5/15/88.
Thank you, Mr. Garr. You're here on a warrant for failing to appear at a revocation arraignment hearing in a case in which you are on probation for facilitation of theft of means of transportation, which is a Class 6 felony. A warrant was issued for your arrest on April 18th of this year. You've already had a lawyer appointed. Your next court date is going to be a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing in the downtown Superior Court 1 week from today, which is April 30th at 8:30 in the morning. Your bond is $500. It is secured. If you bond out, comply with all of your written conditions and call your PO within 72 hours because you are still on probation, even when they're trying to revoke you. If you step to your left, you'll be all done.
So I can't get out. I was incarcerated at the time of me supposed to be there.
Incarcerated where?
Here. And that's why I was held for.
What were you held on?
I'm sorry?
Is this do you know, is it a new charge? Let me look.
No, it was, yes, it was, let me think what it was. It was, possession. And I was incarcerated, so I didn't make it to court.
We don't want to hear
Oh,
those
sure, I can have them
excuses.
run your booking records. If you're making it up, I'm gonna probably give you more bond and note that you lied to the court. Should we bother looking it up, or do you just want to take the 500?
No, I was
Okay,
incarcerated.
all right, go ahead and have a seat. Don't have, what's that? Thank you so much. He's gonna look it up.
Okay.
If I can verify that, I may do something different. No promises. I gotta find out what we can corroborate, because I just don't take people's word for things. I'm
I
sorry.
understand that.
So go ahead and have a seat. I'll call you back up after we have a chance to look at
Damn,
it. Okay?
this judge,
Thank you all.
she don't play around. It's pretty aggressive.
All right, Mr. Garcia.
I don't like the way she's
Garcia?
speaking to him. I hope
And
he's
then,
lying, right, Christy?
Carolina Maldonado Alvarez, will you go to the chair? Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Juan Garcia, 0504 2000.
All right, thanks, Mr. Garcia. You are here on 2 warrants that issued in pending, at least one's a pending probation matter. Hold on, let me see if they both are. I think they both are, but I'm gonna double check. Yeah, they're both pending probation revocation matters. You failed to appear at your revocation arraignment in both of these cases back on November 6th of 2024. You've already had a lawyer appointed. Your next court date is going to be in the downtown probation court for a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing 1 week from today, which is April 30th at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. You have a $500 secured appearance bond in each case for $1,000 total. If you bond out, comply with your conditions, call your PO within 72 hours. The main number is right on your paperwork. Thank you. The officer has it.
So I won't be able to get out?
Only if you post $1,000 total. Ms. Maldonado Alvarez? Thank you so much. Okay, that explains it. Thank you. Yeah, at least I can figure out like when the in and out was, right? And hopefully the officer can actually track that. Okay, thanks. All right, ma'am, can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Carolina Maldonado Alvarez, 56978.
All right, thanks. You're here on one new case and one probation hold. In the new case, you were arrested for possessing narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony. There is probable cause for that, and I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. You're also here on a probation hold because the probation department will be filing a petition to revoke your probation based on this new arrest. So I'm appointing a lawyer for you in that case as well. Your next court date in the brand new case is going to be April 29th. It's Tuesday at 8:30 in the morning. That's a status conference. Your preliminary hearing in that new case only is May 1st at 8:30 in the morning. In between those, on April 30th at 8:30, you'll go to probation court for a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing in your probation case. All right, in the probation matter, you have a $500 secured appearance bond. In the new case, it is a $50 bond to make you eligible for credit for time in custody. That is $550 total. If you bond out, comply with all of your conditions, and call your PO within 72 hours. We're going to get you a copy of your paperwork, and what do you find out?
So he was in custody on 4/12, but he got released the same day. So today, released 4/12.
Okay, and then I got to see when he didn't go. Okay.
Why
thank
did she
you.
keep her mouth open?
Right, I know, because we found that there was no probable cause found, so that makes sense. Okay, thank
Right,
you. So as
Cha-Cha?
long as you're showing out on the 12th, thank you very much. All right. Okay.
The 3 eggs.
All right, so, ma'am, you're done. We can get you your paperwork and you step out your list. Thank
I
you.
gotta go to
and
the
then,
store.
Mr. Barr, you can go ahead and come back up. All right, so, Mr. Gar, we looked you up both in the booking system and your orders. And I see what happened, and I can understand your confusion. I'm still imposing the bail in your case. Now, when you got arrested on the 12th of April, the court did not find probable cause on the underlying case. They released you on your own recognizance in your probation matter. I'm looking at the order. It tells you to go to court on the 18th. You thought, I don't know what you thought, when you got released later that day on the 12th, that you came in and out on the 12th. So you were out on the 12th. Your court date was the 18th. I don't know if you lost your paperwork. I don't know if you failed to read your paperwork, but you were ordered to go on the 18th. When you did not go, it turned into a warrant. Okay. That's what led you here today. So you went in and out of custody on the 12th. You were not in custody on the 18th, and you were personally given an order that said to come on the 18th. So you're going to get the bond in this case. Doesn't mean that you won't maybe be reinstated on the 30th. But I am imposing the bond. If you post it, do not miss your court dates. Do not fail to call your PO. And I'll remind you, Mr. Gar, that all probationers are required to call their POs within 72 hours of any release from jail. So you had until the 15th to call your PO, you never did. I'm looking at the Apex notes. So you also failed to call them. There's no indication of that. If you can prove that, have your lawyer try to prove it.
Man called him. He told me, he said that I was fine. Just stay in contact with him.
They made no note of it. So if you can prove that, be sure and give that information to your lawyer. Because right now there's no evidence of that in the case notes. They are supposed to put it in the case notes. It's entirely possible that they didn't. So if you can prove that, take that to your lawyer.
I have nobody on the outside to help me do anything. So.
All right, then you'll be back in court next week. All right, Mr. Hermes.
Hey, we're worldwide right here. We are worldwide, if you will. These individuals don't know.
Did he show his paper?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. So if he did that before, that's probably how he did not know what his court date was. If you don't keep your paperwork, you don't know what it says.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Hi, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Michael Chauer Hermes, 9/29/1978.
All right, so you're here on a probation warrant. You got arrested for you're on probation for a Class 6 felony. On April 9th of this year, there was a petition to revoke your probation filed that alleges that you violated terms 3 and 5. You'll get a copy of that from your lawyer, and I am appointing
As a matter of fact, they are.
Your next court date is a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing April 30th at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown probation court. Your bond is $250. It is secured. If you post it, comply with all of your conditions and call your PO within 72 hours of release. If you step to your left, the officers have your paperwork. Thank you.
Hey, if you guys could do me a favor,
Mr. Gomez?
my buddy
And
Lost
then Jesus
Angel in
Guadarrama,
Barcelona,
please go to the chair.
he's a great artist,
Gomez,
and he
thank
just started up a TikTok account. If you guys could hit a follow to help him grow so he can go ahead and have the live capability, I would really appreciate
Your
it.
date of birth, please.
Peter Gomez Jr., 1771.
All right, thanks. You're hearing a warrant from the South Mountain Justice Court in a case in which you've been charged with driving on a suspended license. No, I apologize. You've been convicted. This is a failure to pay or failure to comply warrant. It issued November 17th of 2015. It looks like the original offense date was April 29th of 2015. This issued November 18th of 2015. So, your arraignment hearing in the South Mountain Justice Court will be this Monday, April 28th at 8:30 in the morning. The address will be on your paperwork. Your bond in this case is $250. It is secured. If you don't post it, there will be a lawyer there for you at your next hearing to help you with the bond issue only. You are already convicted in this case, so you're not otherwise entitled to a lawyer unless you're unable to post a bond. If you do post a bond, the lawyer won't be there, but you had better be there.
Thank you guys
They
for
will keep your
following.
bond money, and we will issue another warrant for your arrest, and all of our records will show that this trip through jail was not enough to get you to go. Everything is on your paperwork. If you step to your left, you'll be all done for today. Thank you. Mr. Guadarrama?
Have a seat on the left.
Man, that fool could do everything. Whatever
After
you want
that,
him to draw.
Mary Marquez, please go to the chair.
Pencil, pen,
Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of
he
birth?
could do it all.
My name is Jesus Ivan Rivas Guadarrama. Date of birth is April 12, 83.
Okay, thanks. You're here on an arrest warrant because you've been charged in a criminal complaint. You were charged about
Carrie.
4 years ago with a case that dates back to almost 5 years ago. These are the charges. Robbery, a Class 4 felony. Assault, a Class 1 domestic violence misdemeanor. Threatening and intimidating, a Class 1 domestic violence misdemeanor. The alleged offense date for all of these is August 28th of 2020. Looks like this comes out of the Phoenix Police Department. This warrant was issued January 22nd of 2021. So, I am appointing a lawyer for you. I'm giving you 2 upcoming court dates. The first is a status conference, May 8th at 8:30 in the morning. That's 2 weeks from now in the Downtown Superior Court with a preliminary hearing May 12th at 8:30 in the same court. Now, in this case, the court's primary concern is victim safety. Some of these are alleged as domestic violence offenses. So I don't know if you have been having contact with the alleged victim in this case since then or not. If you have, it stopped today. You need a further court order. This court is not going to permit you to have contact. So if you've literally been living with this person for the past 5 years, I'm putting an ankle monitor on you before I release you to help prove that you are not violating no contact orders. But I'm not making you post a bond. It is 5 years ago, and you didn't come in on any new allegations. It looks like you were in a traffic collision. So you didn't come in on a new violence charge, nothing like that. So the ankle monitor is to help keep you honest and accountable about not having any contact with this alleged victim. I don't know who it is because somebody else found probable cause when the warrant was issued in 2021. I did not do that, so I don't know. So you may not go to the scene of the alleged crime. You may not have any contact with any alleged victims, no weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. And I can pull up the I can pull up the case card. Do you not know who the alleged victim is? Most people would remember if they got booked in for robbery mid-pandemic. Most people would remember. Let me see. I'm looking at the direct complaint that was filed in November of 2020. They did try to send you a summons, and they didn't have a working address. Noemi Castro. Does that ring a bell? Miss Castro.
Yeah, I know her.
Okay, no contact with her.
Okay.
None.
Yeah, I haven't had any contact
Excellent.
for like the last 4 years.
So that'll
3
be
years.
really easy for you.
Yeah.
This is a serious case. You need to take it seriously, but I'm not making you post a bond for the reasons that I stated. I am going to make you wear an ankle monitor. I want pretrial to keep track of you. So they have to hook you up to that before you go. That'll happen later this afternoon, and then you will be released. Comply with all of your conditions and all of those instructions in that envelope. Don't miss your court dates.
Okay,
All right,
thank you, Your Honor. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. Mr. Marquez? And then Jessica Taylor, will you go to the chair? Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Larry Marquez, 12/6/1974.
All right, thanks. Mr. Marquez, you're here on a new case. You got arrested for 2 allegations of narcotic drug possession, Class 4 felonies, 1 allegation of drug paraphernalia possession, Class 6 felony, and shoplifting, a Class 1 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for all of those, and I am appointing a lawyer for you. You have 2 upcoming court dates. The first one is a status conference in 2 weeks, which is May 8th at 8:30 in the morning. Preliminary hearing May 12th at 8:30. Those will be in the downtown Superior Court. Now, based on your extensive criminal history, I'm going to make you wear an ankle monitor, and I'm going to release you, and here's why. If you have any chance, I shouldn't say that. Your lawyer will help you defend this case. You are presumed innocent.
I won't fail you, Your Honor. Thank you.
I was going to say, with 8
I
prior
won't
felonies,
fail you.
your case could really go either way. This is mostly drug possession and a little bit of shoplifting. But if you were to go to trial and lose, as currently alleged, it's mandatory prison. So it's the court's hope that is enough to make you want to go to court, defend your case, try to get the best resolution that you can, because some people, even with extensive criminal histories, are getting some probation offers with drug treatment. Things are happening. That being said, it's not up to me. Depends on what you get charged with, depends on what the county attorney might offer you. There's a lot of factors. But that's why I'm putting you on an ankle monitor instead of just making you post a bond and assuming that you can't or won't comply with pretrial release conditions. But you have to know, if you come in on a new charge while the case is pending,
I will, ma'am.
with your record, okay, I hope that's enough to get you to comply.
It is,
So we're going to put you on the monitor. We're going to release you. Don't miss your court dates. Don't go to any Target stores, including this one, and talk to your lawyer in 2 weeks, okay?
Thank you, okay.
All right, good luck, sir. Ms. Taylor, Jessica Taylor.
What
Ms.
do you guys
Jeremiah
think?
Shelby, we go to the chair.
Any objection, counsel?
And I purposely didn't finish that. All right, hi ma'am, can I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Jessica Taylor, 8/21/1980.
Okay,
Sorry.
so you're on a new case. You got arrested for possessing narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, dangerous drugs, a Class 6 felony, and criminal trespassing, a Class 3 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for all of those, and I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. Your status conference will be May the 8th, which is in 2 weeks at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court, with a preliminary hearing May 12th at 8:30, same court. You qualify for release to pretrial services. That's what I'm ordering. You do not have to wear an ankle monitor. You do have, I don't know if you have felony priors there. One thing says you do, one thing says you don't. I don't know. It's okay. Either way, pretrial services. Don't go back to this location on Glendale. Yeah. Don't miss your court dates. Okay, you're going to get an envelope that tells you how to report into pretrial services. Don't lose it. Don't leave it in the jail. When you get out, you got to call the number on there. They'll give you instructions. Just do what they tell you and make your court dates, okay? You are. That's why I'm trying to help you comply. Don't lose your paperwork. It's really hard to comply if you fling your paperwork on the way out of court, like the one guy did. Good luck, ma'am. All right, where's Mr. Shelby? And then Pedro Cornejo Perez, will you please go to the chair? Hi, sir, can I have your full name and date of birth?
Jeremiah Jade Shelby, and I wanted to say...
Don't say anything yet, but your date of birth, please.
July 19th, 2001.
Thank you. And I'll give you a chance to talk. You may lose the desire to after you hear what I'm going to do, okay? So hold on. You got arrested for second-degree burglary, a Class 3 felony. The alleged offense date is back on April 22nd, 2025. Is that right? No, that's not right. That's today.
Oh.
Or yes, yesterday. Just a second, okay? Please be patient.
I'm listening.
Okay, hold on a second. Where's the form for? It's old. It's like 2018. Yeah, it's August 1st of 2018. This is a fingerprint hit, basically. So, I'm going to appoint a lawyer for you. There is probable cause for that. You're going to have 2 upcoming court dates. One is a status conference May 8th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court, with a preliminary hearing May 12th at 8:30 in the same court. I know you just went on probation in a different case. I checked the notes. You have been in contact with probation. You're just getting going, but you haven't violated or done anything. You called them. So, and this is an old case. So I'm going to release you back to the supervision of your PO. So in this case, you're going to be released on your own recognizance. You're still on probation. You got to report to your PO. Absolutely no contact with the alleged victims in this 2018 case. Do not go to that location. Not a whiff of any of that. No weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. So knowing that you're going to be released, did you still want to say anything?
I was gonna say I didn't hear nobody ask how your day was.
Oh, you're funny.
I was
Okay.
raised by women, and I know how to come correct. When
He's
I
a
walk
gentleman.
up.
Well, I appreciate that, sir. I thought you were going to tell me, hey, I'm on probation. I've been doing really good because
Nah,
people.
no
and it's like,
excuses.
listen, I'm going to release you, so spare me. But thank you. I appreciate your courtesy.
Yes,
Call your PO.
Nobody. I've been paying attention.
Good eye.
Well, thanks.
Good
We'll
eye.
call your PO when you get out. And just don't miss your court dates, okay?
Okay.
And everything you need to know is on there, and don't lose it. All right, thanks. Have a good day.
Hey, thank you guys.
Mr. Cornejo Perez and then Cassandra
Because of
Johnson.
you, I'm
Go to
eating
the
some homemade Chick-fil-A. Homemade is not actually homemade. It's,
Hi,
came in
sir.
a
Can I
bag.
have your full name and date of birth, please?
Pedro Cornejo Perez, the 4th, and then December 1st, 1999.
Okay, thanks. You're here on a warrant and pending case. You got charged with narcotic drug possession, class 4 felony, and failure to admit the carrying of a deadly weapon on your person or in a vehicle when asked by a
James, he's
police
so
officer.
big.
That's a class 1 misdemeanor. You've already had a lawyer appointed. Your next court date is going to be a status conference May the 8th,
we're
which is
watching
2 weeks from now at 8:30. Preliminary hearing May the 12th at 8:30. All that information is on your paperwork. And you're going to be one of the only people on this calendar getting an actual do-over. I'm going to release you to pretrial services. Here's why. Very high probability you're going to qualify for a diversion offer from the county attorney's office. That's not up to me. That's up to the county attorney. But people on this type of charge with very little criminal history often get an offer. You go into you do drug treatment and stuff, and then you never take a conviction at all. That's what a diversion program is. It's extremely favorable to a defendant. You don't have to take that offer. You get to fight your case. But we don't need to lock you up if you'll just show up. But 2 tries is all you're going to get. This is a felony. You do this again, we give you a bond. It is very simple math. So don't lose your envelope. Don't fail to call pretrial when you get out. Don't miss your court dates. Go show up and find out if you qualify. Like I said, it is not up to me, but I would bet hard money that you do qualify. So dodging court means you enjoy being arrested and you would like for it to happen again real soon. So just go. If you won't go, we hold you. Okay, so that I just, did you notice you're the first person to get a do-over? 50 matters on my calendar, 50. You're the first person.
I didn't know that was possible.
Plan accordingly. Show up, okay? Well, because if you go on basically a diversion program, why would we ever want to spend taxpayer money to hold you in jail? If you'll show up. If you won't show up, we're holding you. Okay? Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Do you guys think he's going to show
Ms.
up?
Johnson, Cassandra Johnson, and Mr. Babicki, we go to the chair.
Barbecue.
Hello, ma'am. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Cassandra Johnson, October 26, 1988.
Okay, thanks. You're on a new case.
James,
you
move
got
your head out the way. I can't see her.
paraphernalia alleged as a class 1 misdemeanor, and this is going to go out of the Country Meadows Justice Court. The address for
Looking
that
like
court is
Mr.
going to be on
Wilson.
your paperwork, but it is out in Avondale on Van Buren, but the address will be on your paperwork. Now, I'm not appointing a lawyer for you because I'm going to release you, and on this kind of misdemeanor case, you're not entitled to a lawyer for anything other than help with a bond, and I'm not giving you a bond. I'm not giving you a bond because I did not find probable cause for this, but it's not dismissed. That's the important part. I put a huge note on your paperwork. It is not dismissed. You still have to go to court, but you're entitled to be released, which I likely would have done anyway. But I'm not giving you any other release conditions because I did not find probable cause. You're going to get a court date and you're released. Go May 8th at 8:30. If you want to call this court a few days ahead of time, I swear it's on your paperwork. Hold on. Some of them are, some of them aren't. Yes. There's a number on your paperwork for the court. If you call, what day is the 8th? Call like that Monday, May 5th, call and say, do I still have a court date? Just double check before you truck out to Avondale. Don't miss that court date though, because you can catch a warrant if you don't go, okay? All right, good luck, ma'am. You should be released in a few hours.
Thank you.
Mr. Babaki? And then we can get on with Mr. Ortiz. Thank you for your patience. You had a bad draw this morning on calendar size. Hi, sir, can I have your full name and date of birth?
Matthew Troy Babaki, 01-27-84.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Babaki. I know you know why you're here, but I still have to say it. Okay. So you're here on
James,
two
I can't
matters,
see his forehead.
And 25 on the calendar is a warrant for failing to appear at a non-witness violation hearing in a case in which you are on probation for, I think it's a class 4 felony. I get the original charges. So you're on felony probation. And this warrant issued April 14th of this year, so about a week ago. Then in the number 26 on the calendar, it's failing to appear at a status conference in a pending case before the same judicial officer, and that was issued April 14th of this year. And according to the Form 4, you did self-surrender today, and it has been less than a week. So I am actually prepared to release you today because you did the smart thing and the right thing, and you did it quickly. My question for you is this, though. You do come up with a maximum risk assessment score, which means there's a, statistically speaking, there's a fairly high likelihood you might do this again. So I want to put an ankle monitor on you, and I want to know, where have you been living? I only had time to read some of the notes in your probation case. It looks like, did you get permission to go to Mojave?
Yep.
Are you being courtesy supervised in Mojave?
Yep. Standard probation.
Okay, let me just double check this, okay? And did you drive down here to do this?
Yep.
All right. Because they didn't sometimes they make a note of it, like they've been talking to the probationer on the phone, and they're like, go and self-surrender. I don't know, did they?
Yeah, no, I've been talking to my legal defender and my probation officer.
And they both said, get down there?
And my probation officer said, if this comes across my desk, Matt, I have to do my job.
Yeah.
So I can't miss any more work, Your Honor. You know,
all right. No, and what I think I'm going to do is, because you're living out of county, and you did self-surrender and you did it within a week, I'm going to release you.
Okay.
So I just wanted to be sure that I understood where you were living.
I like this,
One
Judge.
second, okay? I just want to read your notes. Right, looks like, so you went up to Mojave County Jail on March 26th.
Hey, what's up, guys? Let's make it to 300K. Let's get up to 300K, if you will.
I thought I said something else, but okay.
And if you haven't done so, please do so. Hit that follow.
And you did it fast.
It's free for you, free for me.
That's worth a lot. So, all right, give me a second, okay?
Okay.
I got to type this. I was splitting the baby. I did one with the bond, one without the bond, because I wanted to talk to you. So I just need to reconcile them, but I'm going to release you. I'm going to give you these court dates, okay?
Okay.
In the probation case, those come up fast, so that's in a week. That is April 29th at 8:30. It's always 1 week later. So that's this Tuesday. If you want to try to get that move, start calling your Maricopa lawyer and see if they can get it moved for you, but a week is pretty short notice.
Okay.
You probably just need to come down here. Yeah. April 29th at 8:30. And it's unfortunate because all they're going to do is kick that case
to the other court date, which they
yeah,
did.
But let me double check, because these both came from Van Wee. Shouldn't we send them?
They're both listed in.
Thank you very much. Good. Okay, good. So here's the good part. When you get there on the 29th, you could probably deal with everything, because it's the same judge, same lawyer. So I have to give you later court dates in the other case because it's a new case and I'm releasing you.
Okay.
So that's going to kick out your court dates in the pending case, the narcotic drug case. That's the one that you've not been convicted. Those court dates are going to be May 8th for a status conference, May 12th for a preliminary hearing. But when you go on the 29th, just say, hey, can we do everything? The court will want to, your lawyer will want to. High chance you can.
See, on the previous court date, when I had that first court date, they moved everything to the later date on April 14th.
And it messed you up?
No, I came down here for court, and I went to get my fingerprints clearance card.
Okay.
And yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it happened. So, okay, stay in touch with your PO.
Yep.
That'll help you keep track of the court dates, stay in touch with your lawyer. All right, but I'm going to release you on your own recognizance back to the supervision of your PO. I do need to type it up, though, so go ahead and have a seat while I get that finished.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, good luck, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Since you're both being set to Van Wee, would you like me to set his probation case back to Van Wee on the 1st? Since we're not getting the probation date.
Right, Pocahontas?
What do you mean?
His bench warrant for the narcotic drugs, that's getting set to Van Wee on the 8th and the 12th.
I know.
I can set his...
Probation on the 8th?
Yes.
Oh, it'll let us? Oh, hey.
Both going to spend week anyway.
Okay, good point. Hey, Mr. Babicky, my clerk was saying we could set, apparently our system will let us. We can take your probation case and push it out to May 8th.
That'd be awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. That'll give you more time to figure out how you're getting back down here and show that you're showing up and complying and calling your PO.
Thanks.
Call your PO within 72 hours of leaving this jail, okay?
Got you.
All right, so we're gonna set everything both for the 8th, then you also have a prelim for the pending case only on the 12th, okay?
Okay.
All righty, thank you.
Thank
All right,
you, Judge.
Sure. All right, give me 1 second, because now we gotta mess with this, okay? Hold on.
I wonder how much they're getting paid an hour because they look extremely happy. You won't believe what I'm buying with this money right now. I just bought myself a new little speedboat. Oh, really? Oh, look at these morons paying us these absorbent amounts of cash. Hand over fist. Hand over fist, if you will. I'm putting my kids through school. And the wife, I got a wife and 3 mistresses with all the money I got coming my way. Hand over fish, that's right. Let me see.
Okay.
I think I'm falling in love. And I've only been here for 2 hours.
All right, so, okay, there
I'm
is
sending them to
26.
Harvard. I got a Chad. Got that 4.0 from Yale. All right, they work hard. They work hard for the money.
Okay, and there is
What kind of case do you think they're here for?
25.
You forgot to change your sign, bro. Ah, come on, man. Why are you telling me
Okay,
now?
we're good to go.
I'm in the middle of eating
All
right
right,
now.
so give us just 1 second, gentlemen, and we will get going with the last case. Good luck, sir. Okay. So, Mr. Ortiz, are you alone in that room? Okay, come on in.
There we go. I fixed it up. How's that? How are them?
All right.
for you.
Mr. Ortiz, can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Yeah, Jacob Ortiz, 82305.
Thank you. And the appearance of the state?
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Stephen Garcia on behalf of the state.
Thank you. And
We're in the afternoon now, Your Honor, but good afternoon. Sean Call appearing from Mr. Ortiz.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, Mr. Ortiz, as you're probably aware, you have been arrested on a grand jury warrant because you have been indicted in a new criminal case that actually dates back to last year. The charges are 3 counts of sexual assault as Class 2 felonies. The alleged offense date is April 25th of 2024, and according to the warrant, this comes out of the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office. But you will get a copy of the charges and police reports through your lawyer. All right, and looks like I don't need to appoint a lawyer. You've been retained for the whole case, correct, Mr. Call?
Correct, Your Honor, yes.
So I'm not appointing a lawyer for you, Mr. Ortiz. I do know that your next court date is the same no matter what I decide on conditions of bail or release, and that is an arraignment hearing on April 30th, which is 1 week from today, April 30th, 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. Before I set conditions of bail or release, what does the state want to say?
Thank you, Your Honor. We're just asking that Your Honor uphold the bond amount ordered by the previous judicial officer. I believe it's $100,000 cash.
All right, thank you. Mr. Call.
Your Honor, I do want to address the release conditions. I don't know how abundantly clear this is to the court at this point, but this is an unusual circumstance that I actually haven't seen before. So Mr. Ortiz has had this case with these exact same charges pending for probably about 3 months now.
So I've been doing this 8.5 years, and over 2 stints in this rotation. I have seen this before.
So
yes, I have.
Much more familiar with me then.
Yeah, go ahead.
The issue that I have, Your Honor, is the current indictment does not have any new charges against Mr. Ortiz. It's the exact same as before. The prosecutor indicated that would be the case to me. The co-defendant, I believe, received some new charges, which is the reason for the indictment. The sort of profound unfairness and issue that I see here is we were actually just preparing to file a motion to modify release conditions on at his comprehensive pretrial conference, which I believe is in about 2 weeks. We were waiting until that conference because, again, we wanted the trial management judge to address it. So we have not waived any time or anything regarding that case. We were intending to address release conditions in front of the trial management judge. And now he's back at square one again with absolutely no new allegations or charges against him. I understand what's going on with the co-defendant, but he's effectively being punished, having waived no time. We were very close to addressing release conditions, and we would likely have to wait another 3 months before we could address them again. So my request was going to be, it'll be the same to you, Judge, that I was going to be asking the trial management judge that he either be released to pretrial services with an ankle monitor, which I believe is required by statute, or in the event the court's not inclined to do that, reduce the bond to $25,000 secured. He does have tremendous family support. His parents are divorced, but they are both still very involved in his life and very involved in this case. They've obviously been the ones that retained private counsel for him. He would certainly agree to no contact with the victim whatsoever, no contact with the co-defendant whatsoever. He was fully employed when he was arrested. He has lost that job, but remains somewhat optimistic that he would be able to get that back if he was released. So I do think he has a lot of positive in his life. Again, no criminal history to speak of. So I think kind of the combination of him being a good candidate to appear at all of his court appearings and is not a danger to the community, pillar A, but also sort of the profound unfairness of the fact that he's had the shot clock reset on his case when he's never waived any time and was intending to address release conditions when there's been no changes in his case whatsoever. He's essentially being punished for what happened with the co-defendant. So I do want to address those release conditions at this time because I believe they're appropriate for him, and I believe in the interest of fairness, that's the correct way to handle this.
All right, thank you. Mr. Ortiz, I've considered the statements of the lawyers, the procedural status of the case, and I'm going to affirm the bail in this case. I disagree with your lawyer's interpretation of several of the things that may have gone on. I just don't know that he's right. I do not know what additional allegations maybe have been brought against you. I agree it does appear that there have been no additional charges as to what was presented to the grand jury or the judge who considered the bail request for the warrant. I don't know. I note that the bail was previously set at $100,000 cash in your other case, and just so that I'm being transparent, I've looked at the underlying booking number for the case. It is G157310. Commissioner Dyer heard that case back on February 5. I read the victim impact statements attached to it, and I believe this remains a likely appropriate bail at the time in this case. This court also believes it would be profoundly unfair, if not a direct violation of victims' rights, to conduct a modification here at this hearing without complying with victims' rights. Now, none of this prejudices your ability to bring the very same motion to modify that you were planning to bring. In fact, I don't even believe it changes the timing. You can just file it under the new case number. Of course, our system, which I have found clunky and I've deeply disagreed with ever since I got back from federal court and realized we don't have to do it this way. We give a new CR number when we re-indict people. It makes, to me, 0 sense. I've never asked anybody high up at the clerk's office about why they do that. Right. In federal court and in many other jurisdictions, they just supersede right inside the same case number. They do it this way. I disagree with it. It can cause this overlap problem for a window of time. But Mr. Call can file that motion for you tomorrow. He can file it today. This motion to modify under the new CR number and try to get that put in front of your trial judge. I have every reason to think this will go back in front of your trial judge. But in any event, based on the record that the court has before it, I don't find any basis to conduct a modification of your release conditions. So I'm going to affirm this bail in the amount of $100,000 cash only with an ankle monitor as required by law. Whether you are in or out of custody, absolutely no contact with the alleged victim or any of her family members, no contact with your co-defendant, whether either of you is in or out of custody. And I noted that Commissioner Dyer ordered no contact with anyone under the age of 18.
Maricopa County.
Counsel Garcia, do you know if the alleged victim is alleged to be under 18?
Your Honor, I don't know for a fact, but given the classification of the charges, it would make sense.
Well, but it's always a 2. No, there's no age change on sexual assault. Well, I don't have any way to know. I'm going to look at the last order. You know what? I get very concerned about inadvertently changing pending release conditions when I don't know. Let me look at the last order in the pending case, which is, this one is, okay, it's CR 2025-006126, and I just want to mirror that. Let's see. All right, looks like it was February 12th, number 28 in the docket. And
probably, hopefully never, Nicole B.
This was...
They just probably handed him the case this morning.
By Commissioner...
Or maybe
Rahman?
5 minutes before he came in front of the
I never
court.
heard her say her name. You guys will know better than me. It's not Rahman, is it? Rahman. Thank you, Rahman.
Hey, thank you for that.
Okay.
Thank you for that daily
And
heart.
it looks like it says, don't go to the scene, no contact. Oh, actually, it does order no contact with minors. So I'm gonna mirror that order, and that is my basis for it. I'm gonna say no contact with anyone under the age of 18.
Thank you for that daily heart.
No drugs, no weapons, proof of local address. This called for fingerprinting. I assume that's happened. I'm not going to monkey with the DNA and fingerprint orders because I don't know what's happened already. And they didn't pre-populate in ours, which means the police didn't check those boxes. Okay, all right, but I'm going to check the no contact with anyone under the age of 18. And let me just double check, Mr. Ortiz, do you have any children of your own?
No.
Okay, all right, then that is my order, and everything else is going to be on my written order. Okay to print. Now, I should have said, counsel, anything else from the state?
No, thank you.
Defense.
Nothing, Your Honor.
All right, thanks. If you want to use the room, I'm going to be in here another 3 or 4 minutes. It's okay, or you each get a copy of it, and you can square up next week. Okay, thank you all for your time.
Thanks,
Sorry about the wait, counsel. Bad luck.
I mean, we
Okay.
had to. So.
Yeah, thanks.
All
righty. And Mr. Garcia, I would apologize to you, but like me, you're here all day. Right.
No worries.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so officer, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 house calls. Is each of them, that's Christopher Kirby, Alan Barone Salazar, Giovanni Negrete, and Alex Williamson. Is each of them not physically present in court?
All right, so I just turned up the
screen
screen because I got a notification from TT that I was in violation, and that's right around the time that you guys got that
I'm gonna ask again.
that survey to see what kind of
Alan Barone Salazar, Giovanni Negrete, Alex Williamson.
stream this
each of
is.
them
So
not
that's why I
physically
just turned it
present
off
in
because I'm not trying to get
they could pose a risk to themselves
I'm not
or
trying to
others,
get
and thus have been
axed, if
isolated
you
by the
will. I
sheriff
just
from
came up with
general
a 7-day
population.
restriction from
Okay, thanks. My question
YT,
sounded
and
better
man,
the first time.
it was definitely
All right, I did get an
rough. What
affirmative
kind of
answer. Someone
projector do you
conducting
have?
initial appearances
I
to
have
each of the defendants in person in-house
an
immediately
Epson.
following this recording. Advised Christopher Kirby,
Epson,
born
if that
2/10/85. He's in
TikTok
here on
sells
a
cool
new case
stuff. It does. I
and
love
2
the
warrants.
TikTok
In the new
stuff.
case, he got arrested for new
Oh, I
charges.
didn't
Allegations
see
are
it.
possession of weapon by a prohibited person, class 4 felony. There is probable cause for that.
Restart.
There's not
This was
probable
about
cause
to
for
end
the
right
second
now.
allegation, which is
It's
drug
about to
paraphernalia
end.
possession, class
You
2
can't
felony,
label
and
it
I will explain that
educational
to
to
him. But again,
avoid
there is
these.
PC.
That's
weapons
not the
possession.
issue. That's not the
So I am
issue.
appointing a lawyer for him.
Let me see.
And I'm giving him
Cool. I
status
got an
conference,
Epson home
court date is
cinema.
April
This
29th,
one, you know, I don't even know what it is. I just bought it on eBay. I needed one because my other one broke, and they were selling it locally, and I got it for $50. So it was a lot better than the one I had previously. The other one was, man, it was trash compared to this one. The other one didn't even have an HDMI port. It only had a VGA connection and component cables. Are you ending now? I am. I'm going to take a break. I got to take a break. I've been on here for quite a few hours at this point. I need to go stretch my leg, and I think my wife needs me to do something around the house, so I want to do that before she says I spend my whole day here.
Alrighty, he already has
with
a
you
lawyer,
guys.
and his next court date is going to be in front of the trial judge.
Is the people? I don't
May
know. I don't
1st,
think that's what it
8:30
is.
in the morning. That's a post-warrant status conference. I'm affirming her bond, which is $5,000 cash only in each of the 2 cases, plus written condition. And I will let him know, though, that he's.
But I am going to ask you guys for a favor. If you guys could go ahead and check out some of the videos I posted up yesterday. If you guys could go ahead and repost, drop some comments, and just help me out, getting me into the algorithm. That'll help me out tremendously.
And based on what's been alleged against
people
him,
are
going to
yeah, they probably,
I guess, I
don't know. I wouldn't do it, but everybody's different, different strokes for different folks, you know what I'm saying? Hey, thank you, build cool things, happy wife, happy life. Yeah, there's some stuff I got to do around the house, so if I don't do it,
because I set bail for him, I am also appointing the public defender on the question of the bond issue only if he does not put bail.
Let me see. I will thank you, James. See you later, if you will. How did the guy in the wheelchair do? He got out. He got out. They gave that for parole.
And resisting arrest.
Which reminds me, I gotta
get probable cause for all of those, and I'm appointing one for him. The next court date will be established conference April 29 at 8:30 in the morning.
And then I got some shells I gotta put up for my daughter. So I got that coming. So I know when she gets out of school, she's gonna want me to put those shells up.
On what has been
She already told me
against him, his danger to the community, and his likelihood of non-appearance.
Where the hell? Where'd you learn that word? Floating
Finally,
shells.
Mr. Alex Williamson, born
What kind of language is that you're picking up around here?
Support for failing to appear.
I gotta be a handyman
in a
today,
case
but
where she's been charged with contracting.
I will probably be back. I would say for sure I'll be back by the 7 o'clock on Maricopa. We'll do Maricopa in
2024.
Pima County. For those of you that do like watching, if you guys want to support my
I'm
YT
gonna
streams,
schedule him for the arraignment hearing and show
I leave the streams going on.
April 28th at 8:30
Maricopa, the next one's going to start up at 2 o'clock. Then the following after that is 5, then 7, then 8, and 11 p.m. I always got those running over there. Hell yeah. Go hook up.
I would appoint a lawyer for him
for now.
indicate the show.
YT's going to stay running. That's Mando right there. That's always going to be running. So I'm going to go ahead. And for those of you that want something to watch, if you go to my YT or you go to my Discord, I'm posting up the Board of Parole hearings for Connecticut on a daily basis. And today I looked at the roster. It was gonna be a long roster. So you're probably looking at about maybe 5 or 6 hours of watching Board of Parole hearings from Connecticut. So once again, if you go to my Discord, I have I don't know what they call it there, but just look for Connecticut Board of Parole under my Discord. Click on it, and I got the direct Microsoft Teams meetings on there if you want to go ahead and check them out. So since I'm having some issues with them, I'm also posting them up on my community post on YT. So all the names of the individuals are on there, also included with the Microsoft Team links. So I mean, they don't want me to stream these hearings. So okay, I'll go ahead and do that. But I'm gonna share that information with you guys. If you guys want to go ahead and watch it, that's where you guys could go ahead and watch it. Also, I'm trying to figure some ways out where we could interact while we're watching it. So I won't stream it. If you have 2 devices, this is what I'm thinking. If you have 2 devices, you could watch the hearing on one device, and then you could watch me on YT or TT, most likely YT, and then we could engage through the comments like we normally do. Obviously, I won't be streaming it, but you could hear me. And we could all on our own by our own accord watch and listen to the stream, if that makes any sense to you guys. You see, I'll be up all night watching them. Let me see. I'm gonna get in trouble if we are watching though. No. The issue is not you watching them. The issue is they don't want me to stream them. They don't want me to rebroadcast them. They don't want me to copy them. So in order for you could watch them, they just want people to copy them or restream them. Now, if you restream them, copy them, or things of that nature, then they might be knocking on your door soon. But as long as you're watching, then you shouldn't have any issues, unless they come out with they don't like that either, because they're gonna be like, damn, why do we have our servers getting overloaded? Why do we have 1,000 people watching at the same time? So, but I'm sure they could see the numbers of how many people are watching. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna say influx of people watching these hearings. So don't talk about it and rebroadcast. Nah, because they know about my YT page, so there's just no way around it. If I go live with their thing, I'm pretty sure they have somebody watching it on a daily basis to check if I do go live with the Connecticut hearings. So that's why I'm posting up the link. So I'm not gatekeeping on Connecticut. I'm providing direct links to the Microsoft meetings. And for those of you that are not aware, on my YT videos, if you want to watch, because in some of the videos I do comment on them on the Connecticut ones. If you go to the description, I also post the links on there. I started doing this back in December, like December 26th, December 27th. So if you want to go back and watch other videos without me commenting on them, just click on the description and the direct links are there, if you will. Let me see. I don't think your YT is working. Oh, yeah, it is. I got multiple streams working right now. I got I got let me see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 streams on YT right now. I got I got Brown County, I got this one, and then I got what else do I got? What else am I got this one twice actually. I got this one on vertical. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut some of them right now as soon as I start. All right, so yeah, no, I got multiple streams, so it just depends on which one you click. Anyhow, hey, I do appreciate you guys. I am Collect Call James, and you are watching You Have a Collect Call From. And like I said around here, life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it slice out. And with that, I'm out. Don't forget, drop some comments, not emojis, but actual comments, at least like 5 or 6 words to engage. All right, just join the Discord. Hey, thank you, highly appreciate it. YT is off. I have multiple streams on YT, so it depends what stream you go on. Right now, if you went on the Maricopa, it ended, so there's nothing on the screen. But if you go to the other one, there's one that's labeled 11 Judicial Circuit Court. That one's actually streaming right now, and I'm about to cut the other 3, so there'll only be one stream running right now. All right, peace out. Hey, I appreciate you guys, and with that, I'm out. Rato. Coming back today, yeah, I'll be back at for sure at 7. I'm gonna transfer you guys that are still watching this stream right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transfer you over to the stream that I got running right now. It started not too long ago, so Discord's pretty interesting. I like watching it when it does come on. Let me see here. I am in Lima, Peru. What? Damn.